This is the world's most romantic river, the star of countless films and even more love stories. You wouldn't tell by looking, but it has a rancid secret. The Seine is heavily polluted with high levels of wastewater, sewage, and even fecal matter. Swimming in the river puts you at risk of contracting E. coli and incurs a €15 fine. But that could be about to change. The city of Paris is in the middle of a $1.5 billion race to clean up the Seine in time for the Olympics and to make the world's most romantic river swimmable for the first time in over a century. But is it really possible to engineer a clean river that flows through a megacity of 11 million people? The Mayor's office has stated they will have 26 pools on the Seine by 2025, open to the French public. These areas are modelled on the successful swimming holes that have already been created on the Bassin de Villette in northeastern Paris. These river pools are then set at varying depths: 1.2 metres for amateur swimmers, 2 metres for those who want to do laps, and 40 centimetre paddling pools for children. Water quality is monitored daily and the premises are disinfected every 2 hours. The big plan is to bring this approach to the Seine, making it the centrepiece of the 2024 Olympic Games. The Pont de Alma Bridge to the Trocadero area will be reserved for the Olympic Triathlon, freestyle swimming competitions and Paralympic events. The opening ceremony is also going to be held outside of a stadium and on the river in a world first. Once the Olympics are over, the idea is that these 26 pools could relieve Parisians over the hot summer months and provide a free alternative to other venues or for those who can't travel to the French beaches. Sounds easy, right? Even idyllic. Well, it isn't. Beneath the surface of the Seine are high levels of metal and fecal bacteria, as well as 1.9 million cubic metres of untreated wastewater. As horrible as it all sounds, this is actually an improvement. 2022 saw a 90% reduction in pollution in the river. But while cleaning the Seine is important, making sure the water you drink is pure and bacteria-free is just as critical. LARQ is a self-cleaning water bottle born from a simple vision to help people access pristine drinking water easily and sustainably by combining innovative technology with cutting-edge design. While Paris is building massive water treatment facilities to ensure the Seine won't have any traces of E. coli, at the touch of a button, LARQ's PureVis technology does this in just 60 seconds by neutralising up to 99% of biocontaminants. LARQ's PureVis also activates every 2 hours to purify the water and inner surfaces of the bottle. So, unlike the Seine, you don't have to worry about it ever getting smelly. Double-walled vacuum insulation also keeps the water cold for up to 24 hours, while every purchase supports clean water facilities in Kenya and the cleanup of ocean-bound single-use plastics. You can order the LARQ PureVis at the link in the video description. Now, let's get back to the Seine. To clean up the Seine is an engineering feat all on its own, one many don't believe will even be possible despite all the progress that's been made in recent years. A massive cleanup effort has already resulted in some 360 tons of stuff, including electronics, TV sets, and even cars being hauled out of the Seine every year. The main challenge now comes from the sky. Because of Paris's outdated 19th century sewer system, heavy rain and storms can flush large amounts of sewage into the river. This actually led to the temporary closure of the Bassin de Villette pools in 2017. Both legal and illegal wastewater is dumped into the river to avoid saturating the sewage system and causing it to flood when these big storms hit. To prevent this, Paris has spent $1.5 billion constructing a truly massive storage treatment return basin in Austerlitz. It's the size of 20 Olympic pools, measuring 50 metres wide and 34 metres deep. You could nearly fit the entire Statue of Liberty inside it, with just the top of Lady Liberty's torch poking out. Runoff from the rain is going to come here instead of overwhelming the sanitation network. It will then be transported through a tunnel next to the Austerlitz train station and a 350-year-old university hospital beside it, to a downstream treatment plant and then back into the river. In 2022, experts measured the levels of fecal bacteria at the planned locations for the Olympic events and found that 90% of samples were already clean enough for swimming. The hope is that this giant rainwater tank diverts enough of the sewage that the river becomes clean enough for people. So why aren't Parisians donning their bathing suits just yet? The city's mayor Anne Hidalgo made an election promise that the river would be clean. But this isn't the first time a politician has made such a pledge. Jacques Chirac, the former president, declared in 1990 that this would be done by 1993. And 30 years later, Paris is still trying to make it happen. While some test events have already been held in preparation for the Olympics, some events have had to be cancelled because of high levels of E. coli bacteria that were detected. Despite these mishaps, Paris is still on track as far as the Seine's water quality is concerned. Samples taken on the 6th of June and 19th of July 2023 for a triathlon event showed safe levels for swimming according to specifications set out by the World Health Organization. Organisers have said there's no plan B when it comes to Olympic events later this year. Hell or high water, they're going to be held in the Seine. The Olympics are also crucial to getting Parisians in the water. With the river being too polluted to swim in for over a century, many are now sceptical about taking a dip. A high publicity event like the Olympics will go a long way towards convincing people that it's now safe. The rest of the world also has their eyes on this cleanup project, and with the spotlight of the Olympics, this could persuade other cities to depollute their own rivers. Zurich and Munich have successfully cleaned theirs already, while Berlin and Amsterdam are taking inspiration and starting their own projects. Los Angeles, which is due to host the 2028 Games, has sent water and sanitation officials over to Paris to study the project. Improving the quality of the Seine will also go a long way to preventing the further pollution of the Marne and Oise rivers which it connects to, having a profound knock-on effect for the French environment. Only time will tell how successful this mission's going to be, but there is a precedent. The first Paris Olympics back in 1900s held events in the water. The world's most romantic river could be returned to the people very soon. Don't forget that we're raising awareness of construction's mental health crisis and supporting charities in this space through our Get Construction Talking initiative. There's a video series on our channel, and you can find support or donate over at getconstructiontalking.org. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to get more from the definitive video channel for construction, make sure you subscribe to the B1M.